The invitation. A week after Dr. Ives left, a letter arrived at my office. Heavy paper, pale cream, the handwriting formal and deliberate. The return address read, Rosegate Estate. I unfolded it and began to read.
Dear Ms. Law, you do not know me, but I believe one of your quartz samples once belonged to my family. It was the glass of my grandfather's watch, a fragment that found its way to your laboratory after being mistaken for scrap. I read of your work, the article about unexplained sensory episodes, and I knew at once what you had seen. The rose you described lives here, or lived once, yellow blushed with pink. My mother called it her memory rose, and she distilled its scent into her own perfume.
The watch survived a fire that took much of our garden house decades ago. My grandfather had been pruning near the still room when lightning struck an old cedar. The flames spread quickly, but the watch, left on a stone shelf, endured. Its face cracked, yet the quartz was clouded with a strange smoke, almost as if it had breathed in the scent of that final summer. If your stones can hold memory, then this one has held ours. I invite you to come to Rosegate. Perhaps together we can awaken what remains. Sincerely, Amos Valenti.
I read it twice before folding it again. The description of the cracked quartz, the rose, the fire, it all aligned too precisely with my own observations. The smoky residue that had baffled my instruments might have been literal smoke, sealed within the crystal during that fire. It was the first invitation I'd ever received to meet the past in person. Southward. A week later, I was on a plane south, watching Europe unspool beneath me like layers of sediment. Gray cities giving way to ochre fields, olive groves, and the shimmer of the Mediterranean. The air in Liguria was dense with light when I landed, and the wind off the hills smelled faintly of crushed rosemary. Amos met me at the small station, his figure unmistakable even among the tourists and porters. He held the cracked watch in his hand, the quartz veined like old glass.
You had to see it. I read the article, but words can't hold what this place remembers. The rose is more than a plant. It's the soil, the vines, the air. If the quartz carries memory, then Rosegate itself may still hold the recipe. My grandfather's watch was with him every day in the garden, even through the fire. I believe this land remembers, and if anyone can read it, it's you.